Hello and welcome to this sit and paint number 6 of this series. It's February, a new month, so another sit and paint for us. So, I've got my models in front of me.
I haven't.
Ian's just got back from a huge work-related trip. He's gone all the way down to Exeter today and back again. What time did you leave?
About 10 to 5.
10 to 5 in the morning, and he popped round about 1:30ish. He got back and we've gone straight into some filming. So we're going to do the sit and paint. I'm going to be doing some Grey Knights. I've got a Dark Eldar model here, but I just want to do a little bit of research on how to paint the injectors and stuff like that. So I'm going to go with some painting of the Grey Knights. Whilst I'm doing that, Ian is in charge of all of the questions that have been asked. Accents are optional, but he's going to be asking all the questions for myself, for him, and for both of us. But to start off the sit and paint, I thought it'd be nice if we would ask each other a question.
Okay.
About absolutely anything.
I kind of asked you the other day about this.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to name each of your armies, like have like an army name for them, what would you name?
Have you named your army? That's not my question, that's just a general in life.
I've named parts of my armies.
Okay. So, I was thinking about this as well, actually. So the Tyranids, I looked into some, because I see the Space Marines kind of have a Latin feel to some of their names, and I was looking at like Latin for ice and for snow and stuff like that, and it wasn't really doing anything for me. But then I realised all the High Fleets were named after mythical like monsters: Leviathan, Kraken, Behemoth. So I kind of need to have a look at mythical creep. Like, I don't know if there's been a Titan as a High Fleet, or something, but it needs to be, I think, in line with that. So it will be named, because previously in our narrative campaign I put it as like High Fleet Ultimus or something like that, and that's very similar to what a Space Marine Legion would be. So it will be High Fleet something, but it will be to do with Greek mythology or Roman mythology. So I need to kind of have a little look at that. So I will name it. Don't you worry. But it'll be something to do with that. So at the moment there is no name for it.
Okay, Eldar.
It's simply titled The Last of the Eldar. The reason I did this theme is because I wanted pretty much every single Eldar model. I still have models to get, like War Walkers, and I don't have any of the Phoenix, King thingy-mabobbies in the HQ section. Phoenix Lords, that's the one. That's a good idea. Know your army. I haven't got any of them. So I wanted it to be kind of a thing. The theme is the last of the Eldar. They've banded together, so you have all of the aspects, and you have all of like Guardians, Wind Rider jet bikes, tanks, everything, and Wraith Guard, and it's all different colour schemes of Samhain, Baltan, all their main colour schemes into one. So it's a very colourful army to see on the board. That's my HQs are the Avatar of Cain and Eldrad, as well as various warlocks. I don't know if it could be like, it can't be like Eldrad's host or something, because he's just Ulthway or whatever it is, the black and kind of whites and the black and kind of bleached bone things. So I'm just going to simply call it The Last of the Eldar, not the abbreviated name you said, Last of the Loth. What did you say last night?
It would be Lottie, wouldn't it?
Lottie, The Last of the Eldar, Lottie. No, it's just the last of the Elder. If you want to call it Lottie, you can call it Lottie. It's the last of the Elder.
Okay. Space Wolves.
You thought it'd be absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
to call...
brilliant. Space Wolves Unleashed. Yeah, if you get it.
Amazing.
What would you actually call it?
The whatever Logan's company is. Oh, in the fluff, actually, there is a. They've got their own little companies in the Space War stuff, and one of them is either missing or something. A certain numbered one, which I think they would.
It's got to be 7. It's always 7.
I don't know.
7's the answer.
It would be that one, that company. We'll go with that.
Okay. Dark Elder.
Again, it's in the Codex. In the Codex, I've unbeknownst to me, painted them in a way of one of the, not clans, but kind of the sects. Yes, not sex.
I didn't say sex. I said sex.
You said sex. The sects. It's one of those. So it would be in that kind of. But I don't have a name for my Archon.
Ugh.
Archon Scary Pants or something, I don't know.
Scary Pants, wow.
Well, what are the names of yours then? That's still not my question.
Okay, so Tau, I don't really have a name. I'll think of a name. Chaos, Legion of something. Legion of...
Well, it's kind of an undivided army, but you've got Khorne, Nurgle,
Abaddon.
and Abaddon.
I don't know, Legion. Legion sounds menacing.
Legion
Of something. Barbarians, quite simply barbarians.
Your Space Marine chapter.
That's what they are. Dynasty of something dynasty for the Necrons.
Mm-hmm.
And Imperial Guard are just quite simply Company 15.
Company 15 or 15th Company?
Company 15.
Okay. If you guys have your armies named, let us know what the actual race is. So if it's like Tyranids, what your hive fleet is called, or stuff like that. It'd be really good to put in the comment section below. Get a collection of named armies. My question for you is, if you were to win the Games Workshop promotional thing at the moment, where if you spend £40 or more, you get put into a draw, and you could win a golden ticket, and you could win a Space Marines height worth of models, and they turned around and said to you, look, you have to do it, you have to use it to buy models from the 40k range, would you start a brand new army? And if you were to say yes, my follow-on question would be, what army would it be?
Yes.
So it's a free army, essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
Orcs.
Orcs. An orc army. That is interessant. What I can ask you a question again. What would you do? Would you have a horde army? Or I guess if you had a Space Marine.
Space Marine's height worth of orcs.
Yeah. You could have a horde army and a vehicle.
Would that be tall then, box to box? Or
No,
would
it's
it be
flat. Yeah.
So yeah, you could get loads.
Oh,
What would you do?
If I won it, I would get a couple of Imperial Knight Titans.
So you wouldn't get a new army.
Demons.
You'd get demons
to counter the Grey Knights. But no, if I did win it, what I'd do is get a couple of Imperial Knight Titans, or 3 or 4 actually. You'd have a Barbarians one, and you doing something.
I wasn't doing anything.
I'm gonna watch this back, you know. And I'd do one as a Grey Knights, one as a Space Wolves, and then you could have two to do that. A couple of Wraith Knights, because it's always good to have lots of them. And like your view for Riptides are. And then, yeah, see what we wanted for our armies, or start a brand new army for the channel. But no, I'd go with demons. I've looked at demons before. It's quite funny. Ha! Laugh out loud funny, but as I was looking at doing a new army for the channel, Grey Knights have the lowest number of models in a 2,000 point army generally. They're kind of the most elitist army you can get most of the time.
You flip reverse that. Most models.
Yeah, and
It's demons.
that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I preempted you.
Okay, and demons, if with all that summoning, you've got the opportunity to just have hundreds of models, which is very, with the pricing of Games Workshop, extremely costly, and I don't have. Generally, I think someone worked out you need around £300 for starting a brand new army from scratch. That's if you're buying it off the Games Workshop store. But if you're doing demons, you need 3 times that amount.
Just because of all the summoning.
All the summoning. For example, you could summon 4 greater demons, or in one psychic phase. So you need all the models. So. Yeah, that's what I'd say. I'd do a demon army of whatever's left that we had out. Okay.
Shall we crack on with the
Yes.
questions from?
The lovely subscribed viewers.
Yes.
We're going to do it from the oldest to the most recent.
They're all random.
Okay. There'll be a random order then.
So, starting at the bottom, just Codex Phil has just put K.
Excellent. Not even a response to anyone. Just K.
I personally go with M.
I might go for C.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, so Mark 011181.
0118999881199 9119725 If you know where that's from, you get 10 points to Gryffindor.
I'm in Hufflepuff.
I think I'm in Ravenclaw.
Anyway, Mark, question. Your top 5 mullets of all time. Go.
I don't really have a top 5.
What?
Van Damme's had one.
Jean-Claude, yeah.
But I think just because when I was little, he'd be on telly a lot. Pat Sharp.
I said you look like Pat Sharp.
I looked like Pat Sharp once, just once. What's your? I can't think of any. What's your?
Okay, so you've said the top one, Pat Sharp. But he is mullet man. Jean-Claude Van Damme would be in there.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris. Apparently, I look like Chuck Norris.
You do right now.
Don't
Your
look like
beard
Chuck
and
Norris. It didn't really have a proper mullet, but did you watch Wayne's World?
Yes.
Blonde one. Garth, I think it is.
Okay. I'll allow it.
And
nice.
Slater from Saved by the Bell.
No. Yes.
Good mullet. Good mullet.
Good choices there.
Okay, so moving on to the next question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Necrons are too overpowered now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thanks. Reasons?
Reanimation protocol has changed to essentially a feel no pain. And if you are, I'm presuming everyone knows about Mini Wargaming, watch Mini Wargaming's review of the Necrons and you will see Matt and Steve talking about how Necrons are quite overpowered. They were really, really strong before, and I choose a lot of armies that are Xeno-based armies, and sometimes we have problems taking on high armoured vehicles, and Necrons still have high armoured vehicles.
You do.
Yeah. Ghost Arcs, I think, got cheaper in points. They don't lose a whole point if they fail to repair things. A few things got cheap. Tesla and Gauss got sorted out, but they still very strong, very, very strong army. It's having that reanimation protocols of Feel No Pain changes it completely, and I think they are an extremely strong army. Whether I would field them as my own army, I would love to. I'd love to have all the Xeno armies, but currently you have the Necron army and some borrowed models as well. We don't have the new Necron Codex. The reason behind that is we live in a little town and it takes us a little while to get to a city, and there is no Games Workshop around. We've got an independent retailer who hasn't stocked the Necron Codex, or he was sold out by the time we got there. And I don't get paid till the end of the month, so I haven't been able to get a Necron Codex. And so that's the reason we haven't done a Necron Codex review. We probably should, if we want to play them. We've got loads of Necron models. We should think about getting the Codex in the not too distant future. But I do think they are still an extremely strong army. What do you think about them? Do you know?
I thought they were strong before. They've been altered a little bit, so they're still quite strong, but overpowered. Yeah,
Probably.
That's part of the reason why I think perhaps I just didn't get the feel for them. I don't mind playing them, but I didn't enjoy playing them as much as I have other armies.
No, I don't think they're the army for you.
So following that, Michael Moscola, will we be seeing a Necron army make an appearance in your next championship matchups? So I can only assume Battle League tournament. No, we have done a video doing the draw for that. That is up on YouTube. However, what?
I was just going to say, for the Battle League, we've got Tyranids, Dark Eldar, and Space Wolves, Imperial Guard, your Space Marines, and Tau. They're the armies in that league.
Yeah, however, we are looking at doing friendly games and obviously narrative campaigns as well. So you might see them. And as we said, we've got quite a lot of Necrons, so we can field different lists and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, we've also got in the works some, hopefully, if we get a week off, or a week of half days and stuff, we could do a massive
week off.
15,000 point battle report with pretty much all of our armies. Imperium versus Xeno armies, or good versus evil. That'd be really awesome to do.
So yeah, there will be Necron videos coming out, but not in the Battle League.
Nope.
So Jay Anderson, Mr. Anderson. I actually watched Matrix the other day.
Which one? The first one?
The first one, and then put the second one on, and was just like, oh yeah, that's why I don't really watch the second one.
Now, the second one for me, I enjoyed the fight scene with the lost officers until the CGI. If you watch it back now,
you're just like, oh dear.
The CGI is really.
I feel embarrassed for it.
Yeah, the third one.
It was just to finish off the
with
story,
it.
really, wasn't it?
Mm.
As a standalone film, Matrix.
It got too popular. The first one was the kind of feel for it was brilliant, and I think it just went over the top.
Yeah. Anyway, how does it feel to be YouTube's 40k version of Simon Pegg and Nick Frost?
Awesome. I'm gonna edit this so there's a picture of those two right here, and then it will be us, and you can see if we look similar to them. Are we on the right size?
I don't know, but if not, just
We'll
flip reverse it.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. In fact, the other day, someone I work with said, it's like you two are in a relationship, and I said, can you take me home later, babe? You're like, yeah. Just like they do in Shaun of the Dead, and they're like, alright, babe. We have been friends for a millennia now.
40k millennia.
The 40k millennia. Now, we've been buddies for 17 years? No, more. About from the age of 9. Yes, 16,
about 17.
Yeah, 17 years.
So, number 2, he's got a few questions here, by the way.
Number 2, is that his name?
No, Jay Anderson. He's still with Jay.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 2, question 2 from Jay Anderson. It's more of a thought or a suggestion. I would like to see you, Mark, play a more aggressive list with your Space Wolves. Get them across the board and into close combat. More like you would play with your Nids versus how you play with your Elder. Any thoughts for that? Be aggressive.
Yeah. You will see in the Battle League a little bit more aggression, but when you've got elements of your army like long fangs, which are brilliant at shooting, I like to use that. Now I could just have a drop pod Space Wolf army with a load of Thunderwolf cavalry. In certain friendly games I do that, but in the Battle League you will see I am using a Thunderwolf cavalry and a Wolf Lord on a Thunderwolf mount, and you'll see that being quite aggressive. And Logan Grimnar, again, being quite aggressive. So you will be able to see that very soon, depending on when their game is.
Question 3. What is your favourite Simon Pegg and Nick Frost movie, assuming you're fans?
Yep.
You must be, of course, because, well, who isn't? We are. Okay, so the films that I know of that they're both in: Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Paul, and The World's End. I haven't seen The World's End. I wanted to. I never got round to it. I'm a little bit devastated about that.
Me too.
Out of the other 3, Paul, we were discussing earlier, isn't quite the same.
It's not the same. If you look at Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, they've got this kind of
It's a
British
thing.
But then with Paul, it's very American. They came quite popular.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I think I'd prefer, if I'm watching those 2, I'd prefer to watch one of the other 2 films.
Okay.
Out of Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, now.
For me, it's quite easy. I think the better one is Hot Fuzz. I think the one I've seen more and is a guilty pleasure of mine is Shaun of the Dead. But Hot Fuzz is just, I just think it's the better one. You've got the ending where they've got the big shootouts. You've got the brilliant kind of British comedy element. Simon Pegg being the kind of brutish tough guy, and Nick being the lovable bumbling idiot. And a bit of gore.
Yeah, but so is Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead, I think, was their experiment from Channel 4 into the film thing, which is why that's my guilty pleasure.
I would have to disagree with you.
Okay.
I would go with Shaun of the Dead is my favourite one out of them. Only just pipping it by the post. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. I don't know. I think there's more of a... It's them against the world. Whereas in Hot Fuzz, it kind of seems like it's them against the town. I don't know if that makes a difference. I prefer Shaun of the Dead.
Okay. And I think Hot Fuzz is the better one, but Shaun of the Dead is still my guilty pleasure.
Still both great movies, though.
Good question, though.
Okay, so question number 4. I really like Mini Wargaming's Who Would Win videos. Have you considered doing something like this? Some smaller videos so you can get a bit more content out.
Funny story, I did that first. If you're talking about their character things and little units, I did it first. If you look back on the date of when I did it, it was before last summer, and then shortly after that, Mini Wargaming started that series. What?
You want to push your knee in the vine anymore?
I couldn't help it, mate.
Lovely knee.
They didn't steal it. It's an idea. It's a great idea. But they do it at a much better quality than I did, so I stopped and let them do it. I'd love to do that. They have more of a variety. Like, they could have a Tesseract Volt Satan thing against Angron, the Demon Princey guy. We don't have such a variety. We could do units, and we could do little
be more of a
gladiator Colosseum things, or we could say, right, you've got 200 points to build up HQ, go, or we could see which Lord of War is the best. Obviously it's Logan. Grimnar, but only if he's on his chariot. No, yeah, I would definitely consider doing that. We just don't have the variety of models, unfortunately.
Okay, question 5, or statement 5. I think you should do a special friendly game.
Okay.
Each of you writes a list for the other. For example, I write a list of Nids or Elder for you, and then you write Marine or Tau list for me. You wouldn't know what each of us had until we started the game, and then just battle it out.
Good idea.
Yeah, obviously we have started doing our random list game. That was quite fun, where we did doubles, but you could always do it as singles and just guess, like have a few different names in the pot, so it could be completely random in what we end up battling. The doubles one, which was 2 1,000 point armies, we each drew from a tub 2 armies, and it just so happened we ended up with ours. But eventually, if we keep doing them, they get all kinds of combinations out.
Yeah, I definitely would love to do that. Write you a list and you write me a list. Yeah, give that a go.
And lastly, for now, I think it's about time for I'm Ian, hello T, don't you? Seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. We could have a hello. No, I just go on. Hello and welcome to this Warhammer 40k video.
That's a bit long.
From Xenobit's channel, and then just I'm Ian, hello. Mine would be too long.
You just have King of the One rolling.
I can roll ones. So yeah, like we said before, but when we get to 3,000 subscribers, we'll start looking at redesigning the logo for the channel with your input, your help, your suggestions, and our own designs. We'll kind of collate them, and the final ones we'll choose will be the logo of the channel. We'll have t-shirts and polo shirts made with our logo on, and then we could just get them printed with I'm Ian, hello, and various things like that, which we could then distribute to anyone who'd want to purchase one. But definitely, yeah, t-shirts.
Okay, so Codex Phil. Put a little bit more than last time. Last time it was just K, if you remember at the beginning. This time he has got 30 questions for us. Let's get going.
How many?
30. 3-0. One more than 29.
My lordy. Okay. Hit them. Should we do it as detailed or the kind of like the quick?
Well, some of them I think are quite quick.
Okay.
So, Harlequins, thoughts?
Pretty. Harlequins, the models look amazing. I want them so bad. I would love to do a Harlequin. I think they're going to be you won't get the love as like a full Eldar force. There'll be a couple of units in the Codex, and they're designed to be an ally to Eldar or Dark Eldar or something. The only problem is when you have a model where the leg is thinner than this paintbrush, and the beautifully painted model has a design of a checkered pattern, which I think is the best design for the Harlequin look. Checkered.
Is that the international sign for checkered?
Yeah, checkered pattern. I can't. My ability as a painter is I can't do that, and so I don't think I'd have the ability to make the Harlequins look excellent, and that's what's holding me back from purchasing any of the Harlequins.
Necrons, thoughts? We've said that already.
Overpowered, but it makes it more of a challenge in the game to do it.
3. Have you guys seen the trailer for the new fantasy game coming to consoles? It looks epic.
If it is the one with the Skaven thing, I have seen the trailer and it looks interesting. I haven't seen any gameplay though.
What is your favourite colour?
Mine is blue.
Mine is not.
Yours is orange.
Yes, that is correct. What army would you turn into a gimmick? For example, Candy Crush Nids or Christmas Nurgle? So, while you're thinking, I had an idea of something I'd like on a t-shirt. On it, it would be like, what are you laughing at?
Sisters of Battle sanitary towels. And then you could have a little corn demon saying blood for the blood god. That would be vanquished. Sorry to any female viewers. I'm gonna get
Sorry to
any viewers. I'm gonna get killed for that.
I don't.
I've just ruined it.
I ruined it.
So many people are gonna not subscribe now.
I'm just going to move on from that question now. I think
I've ruined it. I'm so sorry if anyone wanted to hear Ian's. I've blocked his thought process. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
Would you guys ever do Lord of the Rings tabletop game?
No. Only because I don't have the extra money to spend on that amount of models.
Okay. Yes, same answer for me. However, if I had money, possibly, but I'd be more inclined to do The Hobbit.
Okay.
More dwarves in The Hobbit.
You do love a dwarf.
I've lost where I'm up to. He said, if so, which army?
I'm an elf guy.
You're an elf guy. If you guys do a campaign, would you name one of them as me? I will do the same.
Do you mean a Lord of the Rings campaign or just a general campaign?
It's a general campaign.
What's his name? Codex Phil.
Codex Phil.
I don't think you work in a Tyranid campaign. I would say if you would do it, it would be an Imperial Guardsman or or a Grey Knight, something like that. Yeah, definitely.
Why not? What do you think of the new film Kingsman? Have you seen it?
I haven't. My sister said it was amazing.
I saw it. I was not pleasantly surprised, because that's not very nice, but it was a little bit more gory than I thought it was going to be, and it still made the film pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Thoughts on superheroes?
They protect people. But my favourite ones are Spider-Man, Superman and Wolverine.
Okay, we're going with favourites. Mine would be the Beast and Flash. Not that Flash. The other Flash. The fastest man alive. Avengers 2, yay or nay?
Yay! 100% yay.
Which 40k planet would you live on? None of them. I'd probably just
Terra.
roam space like a vigilante.
Like a Roman. Yeah.
Which faction in fantasy would be the coolest thing to live with?
Say that again. Which faction would be cooler to live with?
What, as a pet or as a companion?
I am really popular right now.
Pet-wise, Lizardman. Big dinosaur.
Which faction in fantasy?
Yeah, would you like to live with?
Ah! I'd live in the forest with the elves.
I'd have lizards. Like big dinosaurs.
You'd just be like, roam the land.
I'd live in the mountains outside. I'd make a mountain outside where the lizards live. So I could live with the dwarves but have lizards as pets. Boom, that's what I'd do. What do you think would happen if all your TV shows were 40k related? For example, Big Brother, 40k, or X Factor, 40k.
I don't watch them. The shows I watch, Supernatural,
40k.
could work. They hunt demons and stuff.
Through like warp things as well.
Yeah. Walking Dead,
40k.
Typhus zombies. It's not my choice, but my partner likes New Girl.
40k. I don't know how it would work. Okay.
A Sisters of Battle with a group of Space Marines living in New York. And I watch a lot of anime, so that's kind of science
40K.
fiction anime.
It's just like all tout.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Favourite ice cream?
You dirty man. One with nuts in. Hazelnut chocolate cookie.
Oh,
love.
cookie dough. If you're going for a specific brand, then Ben and Jerry's cookie dough ice cream. But as a generic like flavour, I've always quite liked mint choc chip, but I haven't had it for a while actually. So.
That was an ice cream.
Favourite restaurant? Around here or?
We live near, like in between Cambridge and Peterborough, in a place called Huntingdon, Gormanchester, St Ives area. Favourite restaurant?
An all-you-can-eat restaurant. Done. Fatty Arbuckles.
We were in Devon and in Tavistock, I think in Devon, or near there, and we went to this Indian restaurant and it was empty. We could just smell in the street all the foods. It was down this high street bit with loads of restaurants, and we could smell Indian food, and we were like, we want there. We got on a big 10-mile walk, me and Vic, who's my partner, and we went into this Indian restaurant, and there was only one like old man in there, and we were like, right, there's no one in here, maybe it's really rubbish, let's just eat. And the food was really cheap, and it was the best Indian food I'd ever had. That memory still is one of the best, so I'd say there.
Okay, so I like my food, so it's difficult. But in Cambridge, there's a Turkish restaurant called the Anatolia.
Okay.
It's quite nice.
I've never had Turkish food.
It's quite nice.
Okay. Is there meat?
Yeah. Lamb.
I like lamb.
Best flavour of Walker's crisps?
Do you include like the ridges one, like the steak ones? Ready, started.
Yeah, I think you're thinking far too much into it. Prawn cocktail for Walker's. Best battle report you have seen?
One of ours. No. A mini wargaming battle report.
I think the second or third Apocalypticon, that was pretty epic.
Yeah, they're quite fun. Anything with Matt in, or Matt and Dave when they played Chaos and Tyranids. No, take that back. Dave going against Joe, Eldar versus Chaos when the lights went out.
Brilliant. I don't know.
I mean,
Good
knocked
tactics.
over the table.
Best game you play? Tig.
You're it. What kind of game? Does it just say it's a computer game?
No,
or?
it just says best game you play.
Oh. Hopscotch. Hide and seek. If you want about, I don't really do a lot of gaming. I haven't bought a game since around October time last year, so I can't really be a good for computer gaming.
Old school games. Super Nintendo.
Down there. Mario.
Mario.
Teenage
Or
Mutant Ninja
Teenage
Turtles.
Mutant Ninja Turtles through time.
Turtles with damn.
But we haven't played that in years. We haven't got it, that's why. Will you ever have another player join your channel? Bit sick of it.
Oh,
Codex Phil. What?
that's
After we said that we'd name a character after you.
that's awkward.
He's then put jokes. Love you, Ian, really.
Okay, so
I'll let you off a little bit.
just to clarify, Ian and I work in the leisure industry. We generally work at the weekends and late afternoon, evening times. We generally have a lot of mornings off. That's why you're a butterfly.
Yeah. I'm a beautiful butterfly.
That's why we battle each other a lot. Now, my timetable's changing, so I'm going to have Saturdays off. I'm not going to have a lot of time in the week, but I'll finish around 5 o'clock, 5:30. So I'll have evening times and Saturdays to do battle reports. So anyone in the local area, I'm more than welcome to battle them, or even go back and join a battle a wargaming group in Huntingdon, St Neots, anywhere around there that's got a good group of people. Yourself?
Well,
Oh,
sneak peek.
that's video. There you go.
Made me jump. I got a little bit scared.
Sorry.
Well, he clearly wants me gone, so I don't know what I can say.
You come join us then.
Yeah. As I said, don't know what to say. I am here. Hello. Would you guys do an in-depth review of how to make each army you have, as I struggle with Imperial Guard? Considering my playstyle was NIDS, it's hard to adapt. Yes, we can do
An in-depth review of how we build an army.
or just what our army is, I suppose.
If you're going, look at the strengths of the gaming system. Imperial Guard strengths of vehicles. Vehicles are very strong in 7th edition. I, after the Christmas Cup, sat down with your Imperial Guard Codex, and I played NIDS and Elder, and I was like, look, I just need to get as much Lehman Russ tanks into this list as possible to be really competitive. But no, sure, we can have a look into doing some in-depth building army stuff for you, if you like. Any more?
Bueno, the chocolate. Yay or nay?
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay! If you want to send us some, let us know and I'll give you my address.
What's this?
I'll just press X on it.
Okay. However, I prefer just general Kinder.
Kinder Bueno.
Not Kinder Bueno, Kinder Maxis. Just the plain, like, or even a Kinder Egg with a little toy inside. They're quite cool. Who doesn't want a chocolate with a toy? Best fluff you have read.
Eldar. The Eldar story is quite tragic. You?
I don't know.
You don't really read the fluff. You just get a codex and start looking at tanks.
I do read the fluff. Now and again. Just look at tanks. That's why I probably haven't got a Tyranny Codex. I don't have any
There's no
tanks.
tanks in it. Yeah.
I like tanks. They drive all over the place. What is your best unit in every army?
Oh my god.
Okay, let's do rapid fire. Tyranids. Don't even think. Just go.
Okay, Hive Tyrant.
Elder.
Wraith Knight.
Dark Elder.
What is it called? Ravager, the heavy support one.
Space Force.
Logan Grimnar and Sky Rider. Chariot, whatever it's called.
I'm just going to keep going. Next ones.
The Necron Overlord in a chariot.
Grey Knights.
Drago.
Blood Angels.
I don't know anymore. They changed. I'm going to go with Assault Marine. Death Company.
Dark Angels.
Who knows? A squad of Funhammer Storm Shields.
No, the Knights with the walls.
Okay.
Tau.
Riptides.
Ultramarines.
Their head Grandmaster person.
Chaos.
Abaddon.
Demons.
It used to be Fate Weaver. A Demon Prince of Zinch, I guess.
Imperial Guard.
Demon Russ.
Orcs.
Morkanaut. Generally the big stuff.
Sisters of Battle.
None of it.
The one with the organ on the back. I think it's the Executioner.
Take me to church. Yeah.
Big shots. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Have I missed any?
Probably.
Oh, sorry. Ian, how do you plan to finally take the Battle League this year and finally beat the Nids? Vehicles.
Tanks. Love tanks.
Loved how one of your new armies for the league is Dark Elder, and they aren't even ready. It's like they've woken up late.
Yeah. Agreed.
How are you going to use them?
I'm going to move them. And
You're
shoot.
just going to move them.
Yeah. Shoot a lot of lance weapons.
What theme tune would you give your armies? Who Let the Dogs Out? Space Wolves?
Yeah, Space Wolves. Who Let Dogs Out. Dark Eldar is emo music. Eldar is what's her name?
Panpipes.
No. She's a lady singer.
She's a lady.
No. Like what?
Celine Dion.
No.
Bjork.
Yes. Bjork.
Bjork.
No, it's not Bjork. It's not Evian.
It is water.
I don't know who I'm on about.
Tunes.
Whale music.
That's wrong. That would be Tao. Actually, Tao would be Andadasi.
Under it.
I don't know.
Love that input.
Because of the new Ninja Drop Pod, what would you throw in it and why?
Turbagon.
Virus.
A virus.
Kill. Turvagon? Why?
Because you drop it in and then spawn.
Please one of you do a White Scars army with 9 land speeders. It would be so awesome.
If you would like to donate money to the channel, I would do it.
I see Grey Knights as an allied unit, if at all. So would say try and use good support allies to go with them. What would you choose?
Grey Knights would work well with Imperial Knights. Have a knight
Tau.
army.
They went quite well with Tau.
Just a knight army. Into the Night Guard.
Sorry for too many questions, mates. Love this channel, perhaps even more than mini wargaming. But you guys both have worthy traits. You should take them on one day. What, mini wargaming?
What, in a fight? I'd love to. I'd love to have this as
a
my
fight.
But not a fight. I'd love to do what they do.
I love watching your leagues. It's like coming home and switching on the football. It's pretty relaxing whilst I build the rest of my army and paint them.
Good.
Keep doing what you're doing, lads. By the way, I challenge you both to a 3,000 points game one day.
Done. We'll go to Warhammer World and do it. Thank you very much for the kind words. Says I, Lord of the Dance.
Lord of the Dance, indeed. Jay Anderson has just agreed with Codex Phil's statement there.
Thank you, Jay.
He said something about Mark, get some pictures on the walls, mate. Flats look a bit sparse.
There's loads of pictures, just not on that wall.
I can put you onto my soft toy teddy bear deal.
Got to love that.
It's a secret. Right, Bonham 1963. What made you interested in Grey Knights? Was it the fluff or the low model count? Can we expect Necron battles even though they are not part of the Battle League?
Yes, for Necrons once we get the Codex. Grey Knights, yes, the low model count is a big factor, again, don't have a lot of money. And B, I just watched a lot of battle reports and mini wargaming recently and really enjoyed the idea of having them.
Voice kind of like Brummy-ish then.
Brummy, I really enjoyed doing it. Don't you know say that about me?
Quinzar?
Quinzar.
Question 1. What is your favourite 40k book / novel? I don't know, I've not read them.
Eldar Farseer one.
I want to read them, but I just don't have time at the minute. Question number 2.
Can't read.
I'm thinking of kit bashing, converting Dark Elder Witches, with the new Harlequin troop kit for some evil-looking killer clowns. What do you think of the idea?
Excellent, do it.
Do you have any tips for that project?
Dark Elder and Harleys. Witch's weapons are pretty cool.
It. It. He was a killer clown.
Yeah. Witches, they're kind of dynamic poses. Have a look at them.
Lewis James 451. What are your opinions on the new Harlequin models? Will we get to see them in the future battle reports on the channel? Keep up the awesome work. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. You are also awesome. I love the Harlequin models. Again, unless I see a painting tutorial which says to me I can paint them well without having to do the really detailed checkered pattern, you probably won't see them for a little while.
Carl Finch, a question for you both. If you could have any one piece of war gear from 40k faction made available to you today, what would you pick and why? Is that for me or for just...
You probably have a Bane blade. Just go around with a Bane blade.
Music pumping.
I would have war gear, so you have to upgrade yourself. Thunderwolf. Rider Wolf. I'd love to be genetically altered to be like a space marine, like a superhuman. I've got bad knees. I need them sorting out.
I would probably have Thunderhammer Storm Shield.
Okay. Good.
Yep. Why? Because, well...
Wolves.
Perdius Prime, would you ever do a shout out for other YouTubers?
Yep. If you would shout out for us. No, yeah. If you know of any YouTubers, we quite happily do that. In the last sit and talk, we talked about the YouTubers we liked.
Ryan Scott, what's your favourite unit that you've painted? Can we see?
The lighting's not
We
very...
should call him Colin.
You can't really see the detail. It's a Grey Knight guy. He's the best painted Grey Knight I've ever done. There you go.
Colin.
Colin. Codex Phil. This is you.
Why are you both so damn sexy? Years and years of hard work.
Yeah, but I was born that way, so...
Star Wars and Star Trek. Star Trek is...
Star Trek is a great sci-fi. Star Wars, just because if you had the powers of a Jedi, it'd be awesome.
I do. What is your favourite fluff-related army?
There isn't one, I'm afraid. The fluff isn't amazing.
Which is better? Howling Banshees, Wraithblades, or Striking Scorpions? I can say now, it's not Wraithblades.
Wraithblades.
Wraithblades are the ones that...
Tough to 6. Ignoring AP weapons.
Yeah, but
Howling Banshees.
You had them before, they weren't too good.
Yeah, but Howling Banshees are toughness 3. 4-up save. AP 3 weapon. Striking Scorpions are the best.
How much between the Wraithblades and Howling Banshees?
Quite a lot. Striking Scorpions.
Told you, not Wraithblades. Paul Meredith. When all wars are over in the 40k galaxy, which 40k will rule, in your opinion?
Necrons.
Tau.
Necrons.
Nurkle's Grin. The new Necron Codex is awesome. I hope you guys do a vid about it and talk about how it affects your army, and if you're going to change it and try out the new formations.
Yeah, we will. We will get the Codex, and we will try some of the formation. We've got enough models for it. The Codex is very strong in the 40k universe. Is that all the question?
The Codex is strong.
The Codex is strong in this one. Simba.
Yes. That is
Simba. It's the line.
all of... Yeah, that's...
Everything the light touches.
You've gone into Yoda.
The light touches everything. It does.
That's all of the questions today and yesterday.
Thank you very much for submitting quite a lot of questions in a short amount of time. Been able to have a nice good sit and paint. So yeah, sit and paint number 6 is over. I'm going to carry on painting my Grey Knights. I'm really enjoying doing that. I like a new challenge. You'll bring your stuff next time we do a sit and paint then.
Alright, pressure.
Pressure. Do some tanks maybe.
Highly probable.
Highly probable. Yeah, I'll have a look for some Harlequin painting tutorials, and then I'll look into that. Definitely for you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment, share, like and subscribe. I've been Mark from the Xenoviz channel.
I've not. I've been Ian.
We'll see you on the next video.
Goodbye.